Here's 10 oddly specific things you should keep to yourself as I do my makeup. And just to clarify, these are things you shouldn't share like with your friends or like a romantic interest you just met, okay? Some secrets, obviously, if it's the vibe, tell people, do what you want, but you can't say I didn't tell you so. And these are going to be like really oddly specific because I literally have been through so much in my life where I've made some of these mistakes before and I really wish I didn't. Number one, don't tell people what phone carrier you have. I know that's really oddly specific, but don't tell just like the random person because there's something called one-time PIN fraud. AI is literally getting to the point where it's scary nowadays and people could literally use your photo, make a fake ID of you, go into your carrier, get 4 lines, screw up your credit, or not even just that. They can just say that your phone went missing and then boom, all of a sudden you're locked out of all of your accounts, your Instagram, your bank, because basically they send a one-time PIN to your phone number, which just got swapped to another phone. It essentially locks you out of your phone to where you can't even use your number anymore because it's literally swapped to another phone. So of course, all of those forgot password texts are going to your number. And again, this video is going to be oddly specific, but it can save your life. If you're on social media at all, even if you're not an influencer or anything, you need to be on your P's and your Q's when it comes to two-step verification and all of that, especially as AI advances. This is just my prediction and whatever, but I feel like there's going to be a lot more cases where AI actually messes up the court system. This stuff is so new that people's lives are being ruined from identity fraud, and it's all because they trusted someone they thought they knew. A friend shouldn't know your phone carrier. If someone you don't really trust is asking you, oh, what phone carrier do you go to? Don't tell them. And this might be controversial, but in reality, it's not. It's 100% okay if you lie in situations that can put you in danger. That's not me telling you to be like a compulsive liar or whatever. That's literally just me telling you, like, girl, stay on your P's and your Q's, okay? Nobody needs to know that information. This next one might seem like common sense, but common sense really isn't that common nowadays. Don't tell people anything that can be used in a password. Your mother's maiden name, your first dog's name, you know, anything that's usually used as a second password guesser, like don't tell people that. Like, why would a boyfriend need to know your mother's maiden name? For real, you know what I mean? And this isn't me like trying to cast out on the people you love because obviously like you love them for a reason, they're in your life for a reason. I would hope they would never do something like that to you where they would like use your personal information and try to sabotage you, but you never really know someone, okay? And so because of that, you need to take precautions. Also, for those wondering, the foundation and concealer combo, I'm not done putting on the concealer, by the way. I look dead, but I use the Bobbi Brown foundation. This is the Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation, and then the Hourglass Concealer. Both of them have a price tag, but they're worth it. I might be sharing things you should never tell anyone, but I'm certainly not a gatekeeper. You're welcome, bestie. The third thing you should gatekeep is a little bit controversial. I don't know if the girlies are gonna agree with me, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Your relationship problems. Okay, I'm gonna say it very, very clear. If you're in a toxic situation, you know you need to get out of it. You already know that, but are you ready for it? And this is something I had to ask myself because I was always a girl who would like go to my friends crying about my boy troubles and this, that, and the third, just to end up back with the same guy because I knew I wasn't ready to let it go. Brow combo is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel and then the brow definer. I'm gonna look crazy for a second as I do this cream blush because I always do blush and contour and then concealer. That's a tip if you use a lot of cream concealers or cream bronzers. Before you put on concealer, so that way your concealer doesn't crease, do your liquid contour and blush first. Okay, back to what we were saying. Your friends want to help you. Okay, they're not trying to give you advice to be mean. They're trying to help you unless they're a bad friend. But most friends are going to get mad when they hear some toxic shit that you're going through because they see your value. Okay, they see your value. But if you keep going to them with the same problems over and over and over again, they're going to start to distance themselves. And this is why I say you need to know when you're actually ready. And here's my thing. I know when I'm in a situation I have no business being in, but I'm still going to be in it and I'm still going back. And you cannot convince me otherwise. I'm sorry. That's just how I am. And I won't tell anybody about it because I know I'm chaotic sometimes. All right. I can admit it. I'm a little chaotic when it comes to my love life. But but it's my love life for a reason because I love him. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit dramatic, but I see both sides of it because I've been on both ends. I've had a friend come to me over and over and over again, he did this to me, and then not leave. Like, girl, it's giving you don't love yourself. It's giving you don't value yourself. And it's giving you're wasting my time too. And I would get so mad when I saw my friends, you know, disrespect themselves by going back to a situation that they had no business being in until I did the same exact thing. And then I didn't tell anybody about it because in my own mind, I was trying to fix them. I was trying to do this. I was trying to do that and the third. And I didn't want to hear anyone's opinion on it, quite frankly. And that's okay, okay? If you're in that moment where you're like, I'm self-sabotaging right now, or I'm doing something for the plot, you do that. I've been there, but I'm gonna be over here, okay? And if you come to me with it and then don't take my advice, I'm distancing myself from you. I don't want chaos in my life, and I don't wanna go out of my way, stay up on the phone with you for hours on end, have you tell me about all of your relationship problems, just to have you go back. That's stupid, that's dumb. And another part of it, if you're actually in a good relationship, sometimes people will try to sabotage it. And I hate to say that. I don't think all the time, okay? Sometimes there are some snakes around you though, and you gotta be careful who you share relationship advice to. Because there's the girls who are always just like, just dump him, just dump him. Sometimes he's a good man. Okay, the man is good. He just did something dumb. And I'm not talking about cheating. I'm talking about, you know, like he pissed you off. You know what I mean? Because we don't tolerate cheaters around here. Okay, that's just one thing I gotta make clear. But if he genuinely made a mistake and made up for it, like you're gonna have girls being like, oh, I would have dumped him for that. I would have, okay. Really? Stand on that then. And those girls who are judgmental always get hit with their karma too. That's just something that I've experienced, you know what I mean? Everyone goes through their toxic relationship era, and sometimes you just gotta let your friend be in that, but stay at a distance. And that's why you need to accept people as they are and place them where they belong. If you're getting pissed off at a friend because you're like, girl, why don't you just leave him? Why don't you just do this? Sometimes they're not ready to face that within themselves. And that's not a you issue. You as a friend need to distance yourself if it's causing you mental distress. But like, I don't think you should not be friends with someone based on their relationship problems. I just feel like you're involving yourself too much in that situation. So yeah, just don't share it. If you're gonna make some stupid decisions, just keep it to yourself and then spill the tea later. That's what I do. Because you live and you learn. All-nighter setting spray, and then we're doing the One Size Beauty powder. One Size Beauty Blush Trio in the shade Cheek Clapper. I already used the blush, so I'm going to use this blush. This is also the highlight I use, but I'm going to do highlight later. Don't let girls know who your ex is. Don't let girls you just met know who your ex is. That's going to become their ex, okay? Because he's gonna go to them. And it's gonna be a hee hee ha ha. No. If it's your close friend, of course, bestie. Like, we're gonna make fun of him. We're gonna say he's a clown because obviously I didn't go for looks, but like, seriously, don't let these girls know. Okay, they don't need to know who you've been with. And that's the next one. What? Number 5, don't kiss and tell. That one's obvious, but don't post when you're out of place. Okay, if you're out of place and you're posting on your Instagram story, that's literally you just being like, hey, come find me, come stalk me. Literally, don't do that. Don't do that. There's no reason people need to be knowing exactly where you are. Leave, wait 2 hours, and then post it. Or shoot, wait until the next day to post it, because then you're content prepping. You know what I mean? It's the age of the influencers, okay? So you can content prep. You went out to dinner 2 nights ago, and all of a sudden you're at home in your bed, and you're like, let me pretend I'm going to dinner. It'll definitely confuse your roster, but in a good way. I mean, that's what I do on my Instagram. That means you should go follow it. Okay, if you're watching this far, you obviously vibe with me, you obviously like me, go check out the Instagram. We're almost at 10K, but subscribe if you want to, okay? Am I good enough? Please like me. Am I good enough? Shut up. Sorry, I'm weird sometimes. I love a good trauma dump, but girl, nobody needs to know about your mom's divorces. Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know. Okay, here's the thing. If the vibe is trauma dumping, then we're gonna trauma dump, okay? We're gonna bond over our trauma. It's fine to bond over trauma. It's not that deep. But when it is that deep, and when it's a stranger, and when you're in a professional setting, why are you talking to me about your mom's divorce? And don't get me wrong, I order myself a yappuccino every single morning. I know I yap, and sometimes it's trauma. Okay, sometimes it's trauma, and that's just how it is. But I think you should keep certain traumas to yourself. If you do it in a joking way, okay? Don't be weird and make the conversation dull. Like, do it in a funny way. If you're gonna trauma dump, don't make it serious. Don't make me say, oh, I'm sorry. Like, why am I saying sorry? I didn't hurt you. That's the next one. What, number 7? I don't know what number we're on. If you're meeting someone new, don't tell them about your past. This is the NYX, I don't know, eyeliner. I put it in my waterline. Don't tell the man you just met about your past, okay? And I think this goes for anyone, but this is for the girlies. This, obviously, I'm doing a makeup tutorial. I feel like it's mostly the girls here. If you're a man, it's cool too, okay? I'm not gonna make you feel weird for being here, but if you just met a man, okay, you don't need to be talking about how your ex hurt you because he's gonna do the same thing. If anything, say your ex was great, okay? Don't talk about the parts where he was bad until you're actually like involved with the man. You know what I mean? Because first date, you're saying, oh, he did this to me, he did that to me. That's just him taking down notes. He's like, oh, okay, so she tolerates this, she tolerates cheating, she tolerates lying, like, he's taking notes, being like, damn, he did her like that, I'm gonna do her worse. I'm gonna do her worse. He is going to do you worse. Wake up. Wake up. He's going to do you way worse and you're going to be crying and you're going to be like, why did he do this to me? Because you literally said, this is how my ex hurt me. You gave him a tutorial, babe. Like, can we please be honest right now? I don't care if you lied to the man, okay? I don't care if you say my ex did this, 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 and this for me. I don't care what you gotta do. Just don't tell him he cheated on you and dogged you out. Don't tell him that. Shit, at this point in this dating economy, that can be inferred, okay? But you can still say, oh, he opened every door of mine. He bought me flowers. He did. Highlight all of the good, positive things he did, even if he didn't do it, okay? You're manifesting him doing it because obviously in men's mind, men are competitive, okay? If you approach a date like, okay, this is just how I've been treated, you know? Obviously, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna rush to open the door. I'm gonna wait for him to open the door. I'm gonna wait for him to take the lead. It's going to set off the stage for you to be treated better because from the beginning, he should be treating you like a queen. He should be courting you. I think some of y'all need a little bit more respect for the love bombing phase. And I'm not saying that in a funny way. I'm saying that in a legitimate way. Like, feel the honeymoon phase. Shit. Why are we talking about trauma on our first date? Why are we talking about how your ex did you dirty on your first date? Of course, the man is going to be scared. I'm not saying live a lie. I'm not telling you fabricate your entire existence and say you grew up in a perfect two-parent household and you were, you know, rich. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't share things right off the, like, you know what I mean? The trauma comes out later. It's like, can we have peace in the first 2 months of meeting each other? Next, don't share mistakes you're actively working on, you know, regrets you have that are just unnecessary. Some people will never understand, all right? And it's okay that you made mistakes in the past. Like, I feel like so many people would be like, oh, I would never do that. No, yes, you would. And you've done some things that you regret in your past. If you're actively working on becoming a better person, like, don't get me wrong, this doesn't apply to like people who've done horrible, terrible things and are sitting on death row. I'm just talking about like maybe you led someone on or you didn't communicate yourself effectively or you screamed at someone, like, you know what I mean? Things like that. There's going to be times where you're obviously in the wrong. Ask yourself if this person has the awareness in order to understand your change. And if they don't, you just like don't really mention it because at the end of the day, like, nobody needs to know your deepest, darkest mistakes or ways that you fumbled or things like that. Back to lighthearted things. Don't give someone your drink. Are you stupid? If even a friend, like even a female, like yes, most females, you can trust them with your drink because like we're women. There should be no reason you're drinking out of someone's bottle. There should be no reason that you're letting someone you don't know prepare your drink. Unless it's the bartender, all right? Unless it's the person literally working there and he hands you it. Not to like weirdly steer the conversation super deep, but like things happen fast. And especially with your girls, like watch out for them. Even watch out for girls that are strangers. Like if you see something weird, like get someone involved because you never know if you're saving their life. Next, don't show people your vision board. I just made a vision board and I was hesitant. I showed like my close friends because I don't know about y'all, but like I'm really delulu when it comes to my achievements and the things I want to do. And so I can't be just showing like the regular average person my vision board because they're going to be like, oh, you want to be on the red carpet one day? Shut up. Like, okay, God forbid you have dreams. God forbid you have things you want to achieve in life. So yeah, don't share people your vision board. Keep it to yourself. Like, I don't really believe in like someone evil eyeing me, really affecting me. Like, yes, people look at me and are jealous or things like that. I'm fine with that. Hoes can be mad, you know, like every hoe has the ability to be mad. I'd be mad too if I were y'all. However, I don't need to show y'all my dreams because then it just makes me feel like y'all are involved in a process you shouldn't be involved in. This is for my Delulu brain. You know, my dreams are for me. It's not for anyone else. It's not to prove to people this, that, and the third. It's literally just to make me feel good about myself and to have a vision for my future. And so if you're making a vision board this year, yeah, just don't really show anyone. Why do they need to know? They don't need to know. This lip liner is so cool because it just like peels off, or lip stain, whatever. I use it as a liner. I just rub out whatever I feel like doesn't look right, and then I put a gloss on top of it. This is the Maybelline gloss. The last oddly specific thing that you shouldn't tell people about is if you've done any crime. I know that's like really obvious, but I feel like people get online nowadays and went like, I used to shoplift. I used to do like... Digital footprint is a thing. Put your brain cells together and realize that like not everyone is going to be on board with that. Again, like don't discuss your past mistakes or things like that. Don't just come on the internet and be like, yeah, these are the crimes I did. This is a tutorial on how to do crime. Like go log off, touch some grass. Okay, but my makeup, wait, my makeup. Okay, I'll tag all the products I use below because I'm not a gatekeeper. There are things I don't tell y'all, but I'm not a gatekeeper. There's also just like little ones, like don't tell people what car you drive, don't tell people your driver's license number, don't tell people your social, like obvious ones, don't be dumb. But these were just some oddly specific ones and kind of just like a little rant for you guys. If you're new here, my name's Natalie. This is where I share ways I'm getting my shit together so that you can get your shit together. If you like more of that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check out my Instagram. All my links are down below, and be sure to comment and let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. And that being said, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Yes, I'm looking at the viewfinder for like most of this video. That's because I'm doing my makeup.